Welcome to the Caribbean 2300, a boat and a brand that needs no introduction. Caribbean boats have been around since the 1950s, one of the biggest names not only in Australia but worldwide. Caribbean, they are an absolute sports fishing weapon, known all around the country for their tough quality, their reliability, their seagoing ability, their strength and their resale value. We might have timeless quality in the Caribbean, but we've also moved with the times. Fishermen want to travel further for longer. So Caribbean have redesigned their boats. This one will take up to twin 150 horsepower outboards. It's got over 400 litres of fuel under the floor. It's a very workable transom. It'll also transform to that great family boat, quick as a whiz.
.425 litre fuel tank, 200 litre kill tank capacity, 80 litre water, fresh water on board, lock-up cabin, standard with a pump-out toilet, mule winch, all the standard. Hardtop connected directly to the windscreen, giving great visibility. The one to beat is the Caribbean 2300, of course.
Why change when you're on a winner? And Caribbean have been on a winner for many, many years. Just simple items in a boat like big solid dashboards. You've got room to chuck all those lures when that strike happens and the mayhem starts. Good big dashboards now change their dashboard layout somewhat to reflect their new technology, bigger screens, all that sort of thing. Hardtops. Hardtops have been around for a long time, but not with the style and panache that this hardtop's got. It's an absolute ripper. Rocket launchers on top, room for radar, all that sort of things. Traditional big V berth, but a traditionally great sea boat. Evinrude have come to join the party with their terrific Evinrude E-Tech two-stroke outboards, a bit different to everything else that's here at the moment. Evinrude E-Techs have redefined two-stroke technology. They've come up with the noise levels, they've come up with the fuel economy of a four-stroke, but they've got the power and punch of a two-stroke. Great for their serviceability, great for their economy, and sensational for their power.
Very nicely laid out. First thing that hits you is the size of the cockpit, the ergonomics of the seating. The rear seating is a very clever design where it comes out completely quite easily. Also the hull construction is exceptional with a lot of hand-laid bonded layers and stuff. It's an incredibly nice boat.
It's actually based on the old Bertram 23 hull, which has been around for years.
These guys have kept sort of something that's a little bit from the past with sharper lines, but it really does look good, and it's a type of look that probably will never date, actually.
You know, it just goes to show you that good design will last, and it works really well.
Yeah, look, I think the wow factor has to be the ride quality. It handles like a much smaller boat, and you can do things in that boat that you probably shouldn't be able to do in a boat of that size. It's lots of fun.
Today I was brave enough to really throw it into some insane turns at full speed, and we had this boat coming around crazy turns and doesn't dig in, doesn't get stuck on one of those strakes or chines, and having the two engines is really good. It's really safe for doing those offshore runs. If one engine packs up, you know, you can always get home on the second engine.
The 130s were perfect. They got it out of the hull quickly, and it's a big boat. But for such a big boat, it's really quite manoeuvrable, very easy to handle, and the 130s are a good balance for it.
The base price of the boat is incredibly cheap at around about $64,000. The boat we tested with the motors and the electronics came out at $125,000.
And that's still pretty good value, I reckon. There's not that many boats around with that sort of real estate, you know, that you can walk around on, and that's still very, very stable.
I think there's massive potential for this boat throughout the country, and it's a type of boat that you're going to see on the water a lot more often nowadays.
Traditional majesty with a modern flair. A beautiful, functional package with exceptional ride and handling, plenty of deck space, a comfortable V berth, a hardtop, tons of accessories, big fuel capacity, and great looks that's terrific value for money. Welcome to Australia's greatest trailer boats competition, Caribbean. You really do have the X factor.